Okay, and here we are, and I'm going to change the screen resolution because I hate this screen resolution. I can only up it to that. But whatever, that is still better than what I had before. So here we are, Windows 10. Maybe if it'll allow me to bring up my start menu, that'd be wonderful. It appears down here is busted itself up. Okie dokie, Microsoft. Oh. Oh, there we go. God, that took forever. It was quite difficult to use Start because the virtual machine was taking ages. But that was probably just because it's a virtual machine, to be completely honest with you. Okay, so it looks like you can completely get rid of this. Maybe. If I unpin from Start. What? No, yes, unpin from Start. I want to get rid of this, if you don't mind. Maybe it's not. Nope. Nope. Microsoft, I don't want that up. I actually would like to get rid of it if you don't mind. Okay, never mind. Really? So because I put it there, I'm not able to... Oh, no, damn it. Don't want to bring up the Windows 7 start menu. Pull up the calculator. It's the same calculator as Windows 7. Got the same old snipping tool that I don't know how many people actually utilize. Sticky notes that I've never utilized because I would never look at them even if I did. Don't display that message again. Let's go ahead and have it slowly get rid of a lot of these things after we look at them. Paint. Same old Windows 7 Paint. Is it possible for me to add a background here? Yes, of course it is. But can I use one from my Windows 7 thing? Probably not. But if I were to drag a couple pictures over to here, I probably could. But I don't think I'll bother doing that. I think that might be too much of a hassle for it. So, yeah. Get rid of sound recorder, I don't care for that. Scan, or notepad, same old notepad. Don't care for that, don't care for that. Oh, we can have alarms. Awesome, I'm never going to use them though, Microsoft. You're kind of wasting your time. There we go, finally, let me... So I guess this is sort of stuck here. I'm not allowed to get rid of it. That's kind of annoying if that is indeed the case. I would like to be able to remove those if I put something up there. Picture password, really? I'm curious to know how that would work. And in case someone's curious, this is not my actual display. My screen resolution is actually 1920 by 1080. Again, I think it's just because of the virtual machine. It's, I guess, full screen here isn't the actual real full screen in the normal sense. Well, actually, you know what? I think I know how to fix that. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so no, it's not actually possible for me to switch it to my actual screen resolution, which is kind of a shame. Okay, so here's where we can add in desktops. That's nice. Windows Explorer, which has, well, it's pretty much the same, but they changed some of the graphics slightly, it appears. But they're still the same general graphics. Folder is empty, but it's 944 bytes. Okay, whatever you say. Documents. Pictures. Really? They have no sample pictures? What is this madness? Have they not decided what pictures they want to use for the sample pictures? Must be the case. Let's see what this does for us. Oh, it opens up a Internet Explorer that nobody ever uses except to install something like Firefox. And then we've got our search here, which I'm guessing is essentially just an internet search that probably utilizes Internet Explorer. Let's tell it to search Google. See if that is indeed the case, if it'll actually load up all the way. There we go. And yeah, this looks like it basically just brings up probably Internet Explorer. Yeah, pretty much allows you to get directed to there. It brings up Bing actually, but that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and delete that. I don't need that shortcut. It's worthless to me. I'll pull this back up. Let's see what kind of apps do they have listed down here. Alarms, calculator. Do we need two different calculators, guys? We got the Windows accessory calculator, and then we've got this calculator app. Really, guys? Two different ones? And let's see, we've got converter. Well, that's nice. I think this one's a little bit more useful as opposed to the normal calculator. If I were to pull that up, do a comparison of what they're capable of. Traditional calculator. Come on, grab this view. You can change it to scientific, which is generally what I have mine in. You can change it to programmer, statistics. Oh, it looks like it is able to do unit conversion. Okay, never mind. I thought it wasn't capable of doing that, but I guess it is. That's very interesting. Data calculation. Okay, worksheets. Mortgage, vehicle lease, fuel economy in miles per gallon and liters per 100 kilometers. Huh, okay. Never actually knew that the traditional calculator was able to do that. So, yeah. But if I try to... Let's see, yeah, that one works perfectly fine. Yep, they both work perfectly fine. Oh, but this one has animations to it when you type in things. Yeah, I know that's not important, but nonetheless, it has it. So, yeah. That's actually not that bad. What else do we have here? Well, there's... Okay, settings over there. I don't care. Oh, wait. So settings for explicitly calculator app over there. Okay, that's interesting. Apparently, I guess you can project whatever is on this app onto another screen. That wouldn't be too bad for a teacher potentially. They might be able to make use of that. Oh, and this resizes quite nicely. Does the traditional calculator resize at all? I don't think it does. But I don't usually bother resizing them. No, this is not capable of resizing in the slightest, it would seem. So this isn't that bad. Now they just need to go and get a graphing calculator on here as well. Because, I mean, you already have the standard calculator. You got your scientific. And then you got a converter here, which is not bad at all. Let's see. Can I do conversion from millimeters to, I don't know. Oh, did they not? Wow, they've... Okay, never mind. Looks like I can probably convert this to cubic inches. I am honestly surprised it is capable of doing milliliters to cubic inches. Very interesting. I mean, yeah, I guess it is technically possible. It's math, but, you know, it's not something you would really be expected to do. So it's interesting that it's capable of doing something that isn't really required. And I guess you can print whatever is on here if you have a printer, which this is not actually connected to a printer because it's essentially connected to a false network, I believe. Yeah, I think it's connected to a false network. Oh, you can add VPNs right through here. Thanks, Microsoft, for making it easier to use a VPN. Lock screen, I can change this. Awesome. I don't particularly like any of the... Well, actually, that one's not that bad, but... Yeah, I don't particularly like any of these. I'll probably end up adding some of my own images in, personally. Mouse and touchpad, select your primary button, which for me is going to be left mouse button. Multiple lines at a time, one screen at a time. Okay. And then here you can adjust how many lines it scrolls down. Default was what, 3 I think it was? We're just going to put it back at 3. Typing, autocorrect misspelled words. Oh. Will it do that in Notepad? That is the question. And that is rather important. Notepad, Windows accessories. I don't know, what kind of word can I misspell? I've... Nope, doesn't look like it'll auto-correct in Notepad. Damn, that's a shame. Autoplay, let's turn that off. PC info. Surprisingly, it actually sees my real PC. Okie dokie. It's interesting how it says it's activated, despite the fact that I never actually put in the code. I guess maybe the code's already on there on the ISO. That's interesting. But it gives it a random PC name, not my actual PC name. And I don't... Well, except for the RAM. Basically, all of this is pretty much correct except for the RAM. I do not have 2 gigs of RAM, but I did tell the virtual machine to only use 2 gigs of RAM. So while it's running, it's only running with 2 gigs of RAM, which is, I guess, one of the reasons why the start menu was so slow to start up the first time. Disk space, let's see. Wow, it's already taken up over half of the hard drive space I gave it, which was only 25 gigs. And it's only capable of using 24.6, and... Well, actually, no, never mind. Never mind, it's fine. Right now, it's actually using up less than half. Never mind, I'm doing bad at looking at that and doing my math correctly. So that doesn't seem too bad. Let's see. Oh, didn't get the time zone correct. It's off by 3 hours, because for me it's Eastern time. And sure, yeah, go and adjust for daylight savings time. I'm fine with that. Region and language. Okie dokie, you can add extra languages here. That is interesting. See, I didn't really use Windows 8 much. I do have a laptop with it installed, but I haven't actually bothered really utilizing it. OneDrive is on here, which I've never used OneDrive, so I don't know if it's necessarily all that great. But I'm pretty sure it's Microsoft's cloud service. Ease of access, what do you have here? Magnifier, high contrast, keyboard, mouse, pointer size, pointer color. Oh, okay, pointer color would change colors depending upon, or this one at least here, would change colors depending upon what it is hovering over. So if it's hovering over a black space, it'll turn to white. If it's hovering over a white space, it'll turn to black. If it's hovering over here, it'll turn to either yellow or orange, depending on what you're hovering over. That's interesting. Up here, it looks like it turns to sort of a brown color. Yeah, it looks like a brown color up there. Down here is an orange. And here, it looks like you can actually see through it, unlike these. These completely cover it up. Huh. It's an interesting pointer color. I may use that, but I have no real need for it, so probably not, realistically speaking. And I'll stick with the smallest pointer size. Other options, cursor thickness. Not sure exactly which cursor it's talking about. It might be talking about typing. What does file extensions here do? Okay, no, try this again. Okay, so just essentially, really, that's kind of worthless, to be honest. But I will nab this from you. Oh, and I can't put that there. Really? Really, Microsoft? Microsoft, if I want to add the videos thing here, right next in this, essentially where it is on Windows 7. In fact, you know what, here, let me pull up the Windows 7 Start menu. This is what my Windows 7 Start menu looks like here on the right side. It's pretty much the default. I did change it a little bit, just to control what's right over there, but nonetheless, you mean to tell me I can't do that here? Why? What reason is that? Oh, okay, I can add documents there, and I can put pictures there, but I can't add video. For some reason or another, it is not possible for me to add. Why? Why is that the case? I can't add videos here, but I can add documents and pictures. Can I add anything else? Let's this PC. Can music go there? No, music can't go there. What? Maybe it's where I'm trying to have it do it from, maybe? Kind of doubt that's the case. No, that doesn't appear to be the case. It appears it is not. Okay, but you can pin things there, but I don't want to pin things there. I want to have, if that'll close, I want to have my documents listed right here. I guess I'd probably do a small size. Really? It has to be a at least 2 here? Really? Why? Okay, fine, whatever. But I'd like to have videos here. Or at least the video window. But I can't for some odd reason. Video is not allowed to go there. But documents and pictures can. And I would remove everything from this list pretty much. I don't need any of this stuff here. Can I bring up, I don't know. PC settings is pretty much Task Manager nowadays, if I recall correctly. But I could be wrong about that. I think it is. Let's close out a lot of these applications. Oh no, control panel is an actual thing. And hey, I can add a control panel here as well. That's wonderful. Why can I not add it below those? I don't know. Let's make it small. Oh, and I can add Task Manager here as well. That's nice. Thanks, Microsoft, for allowing that. That'll make it a bit faster to do this. But of course, it wants it up there as well. That's kind of annoying. Windows Defender that I don't think anybody actually really utilizes. I can add Windows Media Player here as well. It's nice. No, you have very limited customization, it seems. Math input panel. Write math here. Okay. 1 plus 1. Doesn't actually work. That or it can't read my handwriting. Does it require me to actually write the ones like that, maybe? Yeah, I don't think this is really working. Yeah. I don't think it works. Is that there essentially a you can't do that? No, I don't want it to still be running. I want you to close it, Microsoft. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. But is there really... I have to ask one question. Is there really a need for this here if you still allow people to pin things to the start menu? Because, well, I guess you can't pin everything to the start menu. I can't pin Task Manager to it, but I can pin a lot of these applications to it. And yeah, that one's not allowed to start for whatever reason. I cannot remove games from there. But any of these, well, I thought I'd be able to get rid of them, but I guess not. Do you hit delete? No. Close that. Nope, delete doesn't nothing. And it doesn't look like it's possible to select multiples of these. No, it definitely doesn't seem possible to select multiples of them. It's very interesting if you can't delete these. I honestly think you should be able to delete these from here. Because I don't seem to be able to figure out how to do that. And it seems to have bugged out thinking that it's in medium, but they weren't all in medium. If I hit unpin from start, nothing happens for any of these here. So they're not actually capable of unpinning from start. Interesting. That might just be a bug with the current build, which is build 9841. At least that's the one it has listed here. I'd imagine that is still indeed probably the most recent build. Is the start menu shared amongst all desktops? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't think it would have been that bad if you were able to have separate start menus for different desktops. But it's not really a requirement. And power options cannot be moved. Damn. And you just have shut down and restart. Wow, very, very generic options there. Oh, and Skype is already installed on here. I've never used Skype personally, so yeah. I don't care for it. We've got music, of which there is no sample music installed, but it's Xbox music. Which I don't know if it's actually free or not. Because I could have sworn it wasn't. I could have sworn it actually required a separate payment that wasn't even a part of Xbox Live, which, if I'm correct about that, that's a stupid thing. It really should be free, especially if you have a gold membership. But whatever. And is it possible for me? Okay, you can change account picture. They, for some reason, don't have any, I guess, sample pictures here. But again, they don't have any actual pictures at all or any sample things that they usually do when you do an actual install of the operating system. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell this to shut down. And I'm going to stop recording. I don't have anything else to do in there right now. Maybe I'll try to remake a Windows 95 ad, but that's kind of doubtful. So yeah, until then, goodbye.